What's up everyone, welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over some WordPress search plugins, the top rated plugins available, and how to improve your site search, which I'm going to be doing for my own website today. This is the 16th video in my From Zero to $2,000 per month series. You can find all the videos on my channel and I'll link to the entire playlist in the video description so you can easily find it. So today what I want to go over is my website wickerguide.com. I'm using the built-in WordPress search form, which works pretty well, but there are premium plugins and there are also some free plugins and some pretty low-cost plugins that can actually make your search functionality much better, give you some more features to work with, and basically improve the user experience on your website. And I'm going to update my search bar by the end of the video, but what we're going to do is come back over here and just go over some notes about this video. Really my goal is to focus on improving the user experience on wickerguide.com. So I want to make sure when people come to the website, they stay there for as long as possible, they visit different pages, and don't get turned off by the user experience. I'm going to show you how to track website searches using your Google Analytics account. I'm going to be updating from the standard WordPress search bar to a premium plugin with all of my websites. Today I'm just going to focus on wickerguide.com. And then just a note, you don't need to use a premium search plugin. I know costs can kind of add up as you're adding more to your WordPress website, but the built-in WordPress search bar still works well. It's just not as fast as some of the other alternatives, and it doesn't have as many features. But what we're going to do now is go over some of the free plugins and freemium plugins, and then some of the premium plugins as well, and then I'll tell you which plugin I'm going to be using. So here are 6 free and freemium WordPress search plugins: Ivory Search, Relevancy, Ajax Search Lite, ACF Better Search, just Better Search, and WP Google Search. So I'm going to open up each page on WordPress, the plugin page, and I'll link to each page as well. So the first 3 are Ivory Search, Relevancy, and Ajax Search Lite. Each of these ones also have premium versions as well, so what you could always do is start with the free version and upgrade as you go if you need more features. So all of these are really highly rated. If we just come over to the ratings, you can see the highest rated one in terms of a free plugin is Ivory Search. So if we come down to the bottom, you can see the ratings are really good here. You can search WooCommerce products, so you really shouldn't have any issues if you do go with Ivory Search, Relevancy, or even Ajax Search Lite. Now the other free plugins are ACF Better Search, another one is just called Better Search, and then last but not least is WP Google Search by Google. Now this is the lowest rated one out of all of them, but all of them have pretty good ratings, so if you're looking for a free or freemium WordPress search plugin, I would recommend starting with these, and I would probably use them in the order that I have them listed here. I would recommend the top 2. The main thing with Relevancy is it can slow down your website slightly, whereas Ivory Search tends to perform a little bit quicker. Ajax Search Lite is worth testing as well. But now what we're going to do is come over to the premium WordPress search plugins. So these are all paid search plugins, and you'll see some of them here are actually just the premium versions of the free ones that we just talked about. So you have Ajax Search Pro, Ajax Search for WooCommerce, Search WP, Ivory Search, Elastic Press, and Relevancy. So all of these offer different features and they can all be great search plugins for a WordPress website. Each of them comes with their own advantages and disadvantages. For example, Ajax Search for WooCommerce is really just built for WooCommerce products. So if you're looking for a search bar for the blog and content portion of your website, you might run into some limitations with Ajax Search for WooCommerce. Ajax Search Pro is actually the premium version of Ajax Search Lite. So it's only $36 for your website, so it's pretty low cost to get started with Ajax Search Pro, and that was the one I was going to use, but what I'm going to be using is Search WP. Now the one to keep in mind is Elastic Press is $79 a month, so some of these are really expensive and they're really meant for larger websites that get a ton of traffic, get a ton of searches, where you really want to improve the user experience on your website for all of those different searches. Relevancy also has a premium option with their plugin that's $99 a year. That includes unlimited websites. So all of these are really great options in terms of premium WordPress search plugins. I'm going to be using Search WP, and I'm also going to be installing the Ajax plugin that comes with Search WP so that searches, when people are searching on my website, it will come up with some suggestions based on what they've typed in. So if we come over to just quickly go through some of these premium plugins, you can see Ajax Search Pro here, $36. You can get that on codecanyon.net. There's Ajax search for WooCommerce. So for one website is $49 a year. For 3 websites is $89 a year. You can pay annually. You can pay lifetime. So there's different pricing options for all of these. The one I'm going to be using is searchwp.com, mainly because I need it for 5 websites. It's $199 a year for 5 websites. So if it works well, then I'm just going to keep using it year after year. If it doesn't work well, there's a 14-day full refund policy. So I haven't tested any of these with my websites yet. So I'm going to be testing them after I create the video, and after I publish the video, I'm going to be seeing how they work for my websites. If I don't like them, then I'm just going to do the 14-day full refund policy, and I'll probably end up trying Ajax Search Pro. So a couple others, ivorysearch.com, pretty low cost. So for one website, the Pro is $19.99 a year. Pro Plus is $50 a year. For 5 websites, it doesn't go up too much, and then you have a 25 websites option, more for an agency. Last but not least, you got elasticpress.io, the plans and pricing here. So the essential is $79 a month, extended $299 a month. So you can see for agencies managing multiple customers, for networks, for larger websites. So if you have a large WooCommerce store, the essential might be worthwhile for you, but ultimately it's pretty expensive, $79 a month. And then you can also look at relevancy. So for them, the annual plan, unlimited websites, is $99, or a permanent plan. So you have that forever, lifetime upgrades and support for $350. So different ones that you can test and see how they work. Most of them offer money back guarantees. So if you're not happy with it, don't feel like you need to use a plugin that doesn't work well for your website. Now, what I want to go through before we start getting into installing the plugin on wickerguide.com is how to track searches that happen on your website. So someone comes to your website, they come to the search bar, and let's just say they type in white wicker baskets here. So for my search bar, one of the main reasons I want to update it is you can see here, it just kind of sits here and loads. It takes almost 30 seconds sometimes for things to pop up here. So if we just come back to the search, we're going to click on enter and we'll start searching. In the meantime, what I want to show you is how to actually track the searches that are happening on your website in your Google Analytics account. So right now we're in Universal Analytics for Wicker Guide. I'm also going to be showing you GA4. So if you haven't updated to GA4 as well yet, you can do the GA4 Setup Assistant. You'll still have your Universal Analytics account, and then you'll have a GA4 account as well. But what you want to do in your Universal Analytics account is come over to the View portion here and click on View Settings. So I haven't turned this on yet, but if we scroll down, you can see I don't have site search tracking turned on. So in order to track searches on your website, what you need to do is turn this on, and then you have query parameters, and you can use commas to separate up to 5 parameters. So to keep this as simple as possible, the parameters are usually going to show up in your URL after you make a search. So you can see here my white wicker baskets has searched. So the search results are actually pretty good here. I mean, everything is relevant, and anybody who's shopping these will see relevant products for sale. It's just slow. At the very top of the URL, you're going to see a question mark, and then usually you're going to see a letter. In this case for WordPress, it's usually S equals, and then you can see white wicker baskets. So S is our parameter. So basically not the question mark, just the S here is our parameter. So what that means is if we come back over to Google Analytics and we put an S here, then what that's going to do is track every single search that people type in. Now you can turn on site search categories. You can strip query parameters out of URL. To keep things really simple, I'm just going to put S here and I'm going to click on save. Now you can also see you can do S and post type. So another parameter here is post type. So that way you can see what people are actually searching. For this, I'm just going to put S so then we can see the search term, and we're going to click on save. So we'll get rid of post type here. But just so you know how to track this, just put an S there, click on save, and now your website will start tracking searches. It might take a day or two for it to start actually tracking, but once you do that, it'll start tracking every search from your search bar. Now within GA4, Google Analytics 4, if you come over with wickerguide.com right here, we come to engagement and we go to events. If we scroll down, when you set up your account, you're automatically going to have this view search results event. So what that means is someone made a search on your website, and for me, there's been 11 total users that have made 16 searches, and they've viewed the search results 16 times. So you can also see this data in your GA4 account as well. Now coming back over to Google Analytics, I'm just going to show you some preview data from Farmhouse Goals. Okay, so just using today's data, if we come over to behavior, one of the options here is site search, and I just clicked on overview. So if you come to overview, you can see this is for farmhousegoals.com. I have 7 sessions with search, 3.5 results page views per search, search exits 25%, search refinements 3.57%, average search depth 2.12. But what I like to see here are the search terms. So you can see search terms bedding, black vanity light, glass table lamp, quilt, rugs, rugs throw, wastebasket. So you can see the different search terms that people are using. If I come down here to start page, you can actually see what pages people are on when they did make a search. So it helps you get an idea of the types of things people are looking for on your website. So not only can you optimize for specific search terms, but you can also make sure that you have great pages, whether it's product pages or content pages for what people are searching for. So in this case, you can see there's bedding, there's quilt. So I need to make sure that all the bedding pages, any pages with quilts, duvet covers, comforters, any different variation is well optimized. So when people do find them, they can find products for sale. Same thing here, you can see 3 different searches related to rugs. So you just want to make sure that you look at your search terms. Obviously, this is 1 day worth of data. So if I keep getting more and more data and it turns out bedding is the main thing people are searching for, then I need to make sure that not only do I make my bedding pages easy to find so people don't even have to search for them, but also that when people do find them that they are optimized. So there's a lot of different ways to use the site search to actually improve your website, not only just making sure that people are getting good search results, but also understanding what people are typing in, and you can track all that in Google Analytics. So just another way to improve your website based on what people are looking for. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is come over to searchwp.com/buy. I'm going to purchase the Pro license here. So I'm going to go through the process of purchasing it, and then I'm going to install it. So I'm going to click on purchase here, and I'll probably fast forward through this part, and we'll pick it up when I'm ready to install this. Okay, so I completed my purchase here. You can see my renewal date is going to be March 4th of next year. For this one, they give you a 10% discount for the next year. So I paid $199 today. Next year, I'm paying $179. So keep in mind, this is for 5 total websites. So if you're just doing this for one website, it would be $99. So you can see I have the extensions here. So they're also available through your account. So if you have an account, you'll have all of the plugins there. So you can just easily download them and upload them to your website. So I'm going to download these now, and then I'm going to go back to my website and start uploading these plugins and activating them. Okay, the other thing I want to go through is if you are using searchwp.com, there are additional extensions that work with it. So there's a WooCommerce integration, there's metrics, there's related content, and then one of the main things is live search. So that plugin's available right through the WordPress plugin store, and it's completely free. All these extensions, these are pro extensions, so if you do have a pro license, then you can use them. The rest of these are just standard extensions for anybody who is using searchwp.com. Okay, so now I'm in the back end of my website. I'm going to start adding these plugins. So what I can do is upload that first main plugin, so the Search WP plugin. And if we come back over to Search WP real quick, you can see this WooCommerce integration. So I'm just going to click on Find Out More. So for any of these, you're going to click on Find Out More. It'll open up a new page where we can download those extensions that we can then install as well. Okay, so I'm just going to download this extension too. So I'm going to install the WooCommerce integration. I'm going to install the main Search WP Pro plugin. So we're going to come over and upload those plugins and activate them now. Okay, so for both of these, for the Search WP plugin and the WooCommerce plugin, we're just going to install or upload the zip file and install it now. Okay, so I just activated Search WP. Now it's saying before Search WP can take effect, you will need to review and save your engines. A default engine has been generated as a starting point for you to customize. Once saved, Search WP will then build its index and provide terrific search results automatically. So we're going to click on close here. And now I need to enter my license, but I'm going to do that separately. I'm not actually going to show my license, so then nobody tries to take my license for the searchwp.com. But you can see here the default search engine. So I could just click on save engines and it'll start to build out my initial settings. But what I'm going to do is remove media. I don't really want people to search media, so we're going to get rid of media here and we're going to get rid of portfolio. I don't even know if I'm going to do pages, but for now I will. And we'll click on done. Okay, so we have products, pages, and posts, and we can adjust these as we go, but I'm just going to click on save engines. Okay, so my index status is 0%. You can see it's already starting to index, so hopefully we could use this pretty shortly. I'm going to enter my license now and upload the other 2 plugins, but I just kind of wanted to show you me activating this initial Search WP plugin. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add this WooCommerce integration extension. So you can see here, missing Search WP integration extension. This is completely free with the Pro plan. So we uploaded the zip file and we're going to install it now. Okay, so we're going to activate our plugin now. So we're going to come over here to settings, and what I'm going to do is come over to the search WP to see if our engine's been built. Okay, so our index status is now at 100%, and you can see at the bottom the index is automatically kept up to date and maintained for optimization. So I don't really need to redo the index unless I'm changing any of my settings here. So there's some advanced settings and some additional settings here, but I'm not really going to go through that in this video. Okay, coming back over to my WordPress dashboard, what I want to go over real quick is your theme might have a built-in search engine as well. So with the Flotsam theme, there is a search engine that we can use through it. So if we come to Flotsam and we come over to advanced, I just want to show you that you might have some different options when it comes to your theme. So you can see here we have site search. So that's going to be what handles all of the search for our website. They do have a live search feature here, so enable live search for products, pages, and posts. I'm going to keep this on for now, but I might end up unchecking it because it doesn't load very quickly. I do want to improve that loading speed, so that's something that if I am able to do it, I will show a video about it. Now, show blog and pages in the search results, I do that, so I'll show you that in a little bit. The post and pages style, I do a slider, and then search products order by relevance, and that's pretty much it. So save all changes there. Now, the next thing I want to go through is if we come up to the theme again, and we come over to theme options, you can actually manage where your site search shows up. So where some of your search forms show up. So I'm going to come to the header here and I'm just going to click on header, which is going to open up the ability to customize our website. Okay, so I've kind of moved things around a little bit, and I previously had the search icon right here to the left of the main menu. So I want to get rid of this search bar, this little search magnifying glass, and we're going to take the icon and just put it back down here. So if you do see something like this, it's pretty easy to manage where things go on your website. So you can see logo, main menu, so obviously logo, main menu here. So what I did is I put a search form over to the right hand side. So that way, no matter what page people are on my website, they're going to be able to find this search form here easily. So I want to make sure I have all of that set up. Now, if we come over here to mobile and tablet, we can also see how it looks for mobile and tablet. So for that, we have our navigation icon, we have our logo, and we have the cart. So since my website doesn't actually have a cart, what I'm going to do is remove this and put it down over here. So that's going to get rid of this part in my header. And what I could do is put a search icon there or a search form there. So I can come here and put a search form in the top right corner. Just makes the website a little bit easier to use. I also have a search form over here on the navigation bar. So we have our search form right here. So I just want to make it really easy to search the website, and I want the results to be very helpful for people who are searching. So we're going to publish that. So basically what you want to do is go into your theme and customize your theme. It's really easy to do. When you're from your own website, usually you'll have a bar at the very top. You just click on customize, you go up to the header, and you can make it look much better so that it's easier to use when people do use your website. Now we're going to come back over here to the back end of our website, and you can see we're still in the Flotsam portion here. So what I want to do is come down to appearance, and we're going to go to widgets, and I'm going to show you the widget that I use and what I found to give me the best results so far. So what I've been doing is instead of using the standard search form, so you'll find the standard search form at the bottom, a search form for your site, I've been using product search. So it's a search form for your store, but with the Flotsam theme, we enabled that blog posts and pages will also show up. So you can see up here at the top for my regular sidebar for blog posts, I have my product search here, and I just have search wicker guide. And then for my shop sidebar, you can see I have the same exact thing, product search here. Obviously on the shop, you want to use product search because if people are in your shop, they're looking more for products than blog posts. So the really only change that I need to make at the very end of this video that I haven't done yet is the search results page, and I'll show you that now. So let's just come over to our blog and we'll just click here. We do need to improve this menu. That'll be a follow-up video. And I'm probably going to get rid of some of these big ads here, but I kind of just want to do it as a little bit of a test. So I'll have a follow-up video for these advertisements for saying, why do you have these ugly ads on your website? It's really just kind of a 1-week test to show our earnings and then kind of show how Google AdSense auto ads works for our other advertisements. So now we have search wicker guide here. So this is the search bar that we set up. Now what you're going to see is, let's just use the same example, white wicker baskets. You're going to see we do have live search enabled, but the problem is it's just too slow. If someone's sitting here using this, they're not going to wait longer than 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds for options to come up here. So I'm probably going to turn off the live search feature, and we're just going to click on enter. Okay, so we have our search results here for white wicker baskets. You can see it brings us to the shop portion of our website because we're using that product search widget that I showed you previously. So we have our search results here. So if we come over, you can see the searches look pretty good. Everything is a white wicker basket. These will be really relevant for anybody who is looking for it. There's a few in here that aren't perfect, that might not be completely white wicker baskets, but otherwise, if I got these search results, I wouldn't think that they're completely unrelated. Now, the one thing that I want to change, and in a follow-up video I'll do this, if we come all the way to the bottom, you can see I have some blog posts found. So best white wicker baskets, best wicker picnic baskets, best white wicker furniture. People can actually scroll through and find more. So I actually want to put the posts found at the very top of this page rather than the products, because I think if people find posts, they can easily go to best white wicker baskets and see the complete listing of wicker baskets we have for sale. So there's some customizations that I do want to make. Overall, I'm happy with the search results, and using the Search WP plugin, it should improve my search results for anybody on any of my websites who's looking for really any type of product. So that's my goal, is to improve the user experience on my website. And again, you really don't have to go with one of these premium search plugins. I kind of wanted to test the Search WP plugin. I might, again, keep testing some of these other plugins here. The one that I'm kind of interested in is the Ajax Search Pro Live WordPress Search and Filter plugin. I think if it works a little bit better, especially the live search portion, if it loads a little bit quicker, then it might be worth using over Search WP. So we'll see, and we always have those money back guarantees. So if you don't find the search plugin up to your liking, then just go through with the money back guarantee and try another one. Otherwise, I would recommend one of these free options like Ivory Search. If we come back over here to our list, the free and freemium WordPress search plugins, you can always start on this list and see if they improve your search. Do a few test searches. You can also look at your results in Google Analytics to see what's leading to the most engagement on your website. That would obviously take a few weeks to probably test for different search bars. So again, that's why I haven't tested every single search bar on my websites. Now, some of the premium WordPress search plugins, if you just want to look one more time, I ended up going with Search WP. I bought a license for 5 websites. It's going to cost me $199 for the year. So that's what I'm going to use for my websites for now. But I might end up using some of these other ones. And if they end up working well, then I'll create a follow-up video and tell you that. So I'm going to keep going through some different ways to improve the user experience on your website. I obviously need to keep improving the user experience on wickerguide.com. One of the main things I'm focusing on is page views. So I want people to come to my website and look at different pages, spend time on the website, so they're not just coming in saying this website stinks and leaving. So that's really my goal. Long term, right now it's kind of been a lot of content creation, but once we start building out that content, we want to really start optimizing our user experience as well. So if you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.